Outside you can see there have been some changes to the Sebring. Gone is that kind of peculiar hood. We have some new headlights, a new grille, some very minor changes to the sheet metal around the car. Strange C-pillar and rear windshield arrangement are still here. You get some new, better looking rear tail lamps, dual exhaust, some bright work here on the trunk and on the bumper. So as we slowly creep along here, let's take a look at the inside. One of the major complaints about the old Sebring is that its interior looked like it was made by Rubbermaid. Actually, that's probably doing Rubbermaid a disservice. It was really pretty terrible. But the new interior now, some people may complain about the style, but it is all soft touch plastics. This is all nice and soft. The doors themselves are also soft touch plastics, although in the fabric interior, it is a little bit of a mismatch here. So we have this soft touch material up here, we have this fabric insert, and then we have pleather in a different color, so that can be a little bit much there. We have a new Chrysler corporate steering wheel. This is nice thick rimmed, and we have our trip computer stuff over here. We have our cruise control over here, and we have the usual buttons on the back of the steering wheel for volume up and down and track up and down as well. We have a slightly revised instrument cluster here, if you can see it here. Let's try and look through the steering wheel. There we go. That's the revised instrument cluster. You can see we have lots of storage cubbies here. We're left over from Pebble Beach, so we've got a camera lens here, we've got some extra microphones. It is nicely lit here. We have a power outlet, single zone climate control. We have our auto stick transmission here. It's a 6-speed Chrysler designed transmission. I live down a gravel road, and it's a perfect surface to test car suspension. The Chrysler 200 is pretty soft. The 17-inch wheels on this model, which are standard on the V6, do have a little bit less rubber than I'd like for a comfy ride, but overall it is what I'd expect. Handling isn't exactly the Chrysler 200 strong suit. I'd call it approximately equal to a Toyota Camry. It's not a Mazda 6 by any stretch of the imagination. It's not sporty. The Chrysler 200 has the new Pentastar 3.6 liter V6, which is 283 horsepower, which is actually quite peppy for this segment. This is significantly better than most of the competition. It makes it very, very fast, but unfortunately the suspension, although much improved over the Chrysler Sebring, is just not quite as nice as a Mazda 6. A Mazda 6 with this engine would be perfect. Many people have complained about Chrysler's 6-speed front-wheel drive transmission. It is a little bit quick on the upshifts. The shifts aren't exactly as smooth as I'd like, definitely not as smooth as Aisin's 6-speed transmission, but it's not really as bad as first generation DSG or anything like that. Does produce pretty admirable fuel economy. In this 283 horsepower sedan, we've been averaging about 27.2 miles per gallon, mostly highway, but again, for my commute, that is mountainous highway, if people will recall. I go up and over California's Highway 17 every day on my way to work, and then I commute on 280, which is fairly mountainous as well. The fuel economy really doesn't drop too much below 26 in any of this trip, so it actually is pretty good for a mid-sized car, especially for being one of the most powerful cars in its class. Well, I appreciate the auto stick feature, and I love the auto stick in my 1997 Eagle Vision TSI that I owned. It is kind of a handy feature, but I will never quite understand why Chrysler decided not to allow you to shift into first. You have to be going pretty damn slow to get into first. I mean, right now we're going 35, we're allowed to shift into second, but we can't shift into first yet. And the engine's only revving 3,000 RPM, and first and second are quite close together in Chrysler's new 6-speed transmission, so this is really baffling to me. We're going 20 miles an hour, still not allowed to use first. Gone down to 1,500 RPM, 18 miles an hour, still not allowed to use first. 15 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour, now it's shifted into first. Kooky thing is, we can go all the way up to 30 miles an hour very easily in first without a problem. What strikes me as even stranger than that, however, is that Chrysler's new 6-speed transmission will also let me climb this hill in 5th gear. And I'm floored. In 5th gear right now, going 8 miles an hour up the hill.